Okay, we are back. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about the interruption. We had a really bad internet connection. Hopefully, you guys come back and are able to see us. Go into chat if you can. Let us know how the stream is doing. I don't know about the service and what's going on with our service, but uh, I guess it was lagging and very poor service or what have you. So, want to see how this stream is doing. We were talking about new solar panel cleaners coming into the business. Spring has sprung and it's getting hot, and now it's starting to pick up for a lot of you people. Um, Go into chat if you can. If you're on, go into chat and just let us know how the stream is, so we have an idea if it's still bad or if it's better or what have you. So if you guys that are on can go into chat, let us know, and then we would appreciate that. Um, but we were talking about what happens with commercial after we're done with the job. How long it takes to get paid, and you were talking about that. And
Yeah, sometimes you don't get paid right away from the company because sometimes it goes through a third party, not necessarily from the company that you actually clean the panels with.
that's a good point.
So when it gets through a third party, it takes a little longer to either cut you a check or pay, through another way. But sometimes there's cases where the person that's handling that is on vacation, so then your payment gets delayed. So it's just there's just a lot of little obstacles that you come across when you are trying to get paid from the commercial account you're working on.
Right.
So you got to make sure you turn in everything that you're supposed to, make sure everything's dated correctly, make sure all the information's correct, and hopefully you get paid at the time that they tell you. If not, you're going to be end up waiting maybe 3 months, 4 months, like we did on one commercial account.
Yeah, that was just one commercial account that we had to wait for our money. And a lot of times we pay right up front. So the guys who do the work for us or what have you, we got to cut them a check. Those a couple $1,000s to do that. So that money comes out of our checking account and is up front. And so a lot of you new people out there that are getting into this business and you want to get into commercial, you better have a lot of reserves ready, because you're paying for gas, you're paying for employees, you're paying for a lot of stuff right up front. And you have to be prepared for that, because you are the last one to get paid, are the last when it comes to the business. So, guys, let me know how this stream is. Just let me know how the stream is, whether you smash the like button or leave something in chat, because our other streams seem to not be too good. I'm using this Google Chrome here, which I think I'm going to try to get away from that and kind of go a different direction for our live streams, because it just seems like it's not working the way it should be working. So, um, so when you go out and you are getting into this business, guys, do your homework, man. I mean, just go out there and search solar panel cleaners near me on Google Maps and find out who your competition is. How many people are in your area? I mean, it's not the same like in Northern California that it would be like in Southern California, because they may have, it's pretty close. They may have 20 or 30 other solar panel cleaners, and then over here we have over 200. So um, you got guys out. I think there was somebody that contacted us from Idaho or something like that. And they have nobody. I mean, it's like a ghost town over there for him. So that's a gold mine for him because he has no competition. So he can charge whatever he wants. Florida's getting busy. Texas is getting busy. Uh, Arizona's getting busy. LA's getting busy, super busy, really busy. Hawaii's getting busy. And we got guys from overseas in Australia and, just in Europe, they have their fair share of competitors. And it's your choice whether you want to be able to work with these guys and what have you. That's fine. That's totally up to you. You can work with them, or you just kind of do your own thing. We do work with a lot of our competitors. We do, and a lot of them will come to me for advice, and I already know. I mean, we had somebody today that is in our own backyard that had called and asked for advice, and we give them free advice. We go out there and we tell them. So
We
even
don't
if
tell them all our secrets.
well, then we'd be out of business,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
We don't tell them everything.
Well-
we just tell them the basics of what they need to know. As far as
nobody ever does that. Nobody sits there and gives them all their secrets. I mean, let's be real. I mean, we can give you free. Yeah, call me. I'll give you free information. But they're not giving them anything that they probably can't even look up themselves. I mean, they can go on to Google and search and search for that answer. And I mean, we come up a lot because we have, well over 700 YouTube videos that on our channel. So when somebody does a Google search, we come up, and I know that because I have people calling me from out of state. Hey, I just saw you on YouTube, or I just saw you guys on YouTube, and they're like in Georgia, and they're like super far away, Illinois, and we're sitting here going, how did you find me, by the way? And, well, I just did a search and you came up. I was like, wow, okay, cool. And so we're happy about that. Guys, smash the like button. Let me know if this stream is good. I'm still asking you guys. Hit the like button if it's good, or leave a comment in the chat and let us know if this stream is good or if it's still lagging or what, because I want to be able to get this fixed. There's quite a few of you guys on here that I see, and it's kind of like you drop off, you add on, you drop off, you add on. So I'm not sure if it's our internet connection or what have you. But we've been on for almost an hour already, so we might call it early today, just to call it early, because we got a really bad stream earlier, and we didn't even know it. So we're sitting here talking, and our internet connection is screwed up on us. So, but
yeah, if you're trying to get into the business, start off by finding out who's in your area.
That's the number one thing.
That's number one.
Yeah.
Start off on doing a Google search on how many people are getting into the business in your area, and you'll see how many people are around, and that's your competition on what you're going to have to deal with.
That's who you're competing with. Good, believe it or not, because think of yourself as a customer. And the customer is going to look to do the exact same thing. They're going to sit there and they're going to go, oh, let me call this guy. Let me call this guy. And we get a lot of that now. We never used to get that. Never.
Since last year, I want to say it started getting like that, I think.
Because there's much more people out. And so, before it's like, hey, we give them a price, okay, book us and what have you. Is very simple, very easy.
And
now
customers are honest. They tell you upfront, oh, I'm calling around other people.
Well, I mean, you answer the phone, so tell them.
They tell me, I'm just calling around other people, calling around prices, flat out being honest. Okay, and I tell them, well, this is why we charge what we charge, because of A, B, and C. And they say, oh, yeah, okay, all right, thank you. Okay.
And we're like, okay. And then they call somebody else, whether they get somebody else or not. And usually that same customer tends to call us back and say, okay, I called other people or I called prices. When do you have open? Sometimes we are so busy that we don't have an open spot right away, and people are like, they don't want to wait. They're funny like that. It's like, oh, I just want you to do it at 8 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't want anything before 5.
We try to accommodate the best we can, but a lot of times, we can't please everybody. We can't accommodate everybody at the time that they want. They gotta try to be flexible with us, because we will try to squeeze you in, but don't expect us to do, we already completed all these jobs in the morning, and then you want us to come at 6, 7 o'clock at night. No, we can't do that.
Yeah. Well, for one, it's a safety hazard, safety, we get a lot of traffic. You have to go from one place to another. So especially here in LA, it may take at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, we could be in La Mirada somewhere. And then by the time that we get back to, say, Rancho Cucamonga or Laverne or any of those areas, we're sitting in traffic for an hour and a half to 2 hours.
And by that time, we're exhausted.
By that time, it's like, it's like, well, I'll just reschedule for tomorrow because this ain't happening, And when we put ourselves down every single day. We already know we're scheduled from one job to the next job to the next job. So even when people come up to us and say, hey, can you do mine today? Sometimes we can't. There was
sometimes we can squeeze them in.
Well, the other day, remember, we were leaving that one area, and I think we were working Pomona.
Oh, yeah.
And we just left Pomona, got on the freeway, and there was so much traffic on the freeway. He said, well, can you come back? And I was like, no, we can't. We're on the freeway already, And so, but she ended up rescheduling them for another day. And sometimes they understand. But nowadays, customers are getting more, and they're just checking around now. That's just their thing. Some of them want.
That's just about almost every single call.
Yeah, every single call now. And we are an established business. We have over 200 reviews, 5-star reviews, and they're calling other companies that maybe have 1 star, maybe have 5 reviews or 10 reviews, because they're getting pricing. And as a customer, they shouldn't even really be looking at pricing. They should be looking at quality of the work and the reviews and what this company has done. Because I can tell you the difference between commercial and the difference between residential. Commercial doesn't look at price in a sense. They will sit there and say, okay, let's look at their website. Let's look at this. Let's look at what they have, what they've done. They want references. Some of them will ask for references. Some of them will ask for, how long you've been in the business, how long you've been doing this, and we have to tell them. And residential, I can guarantee you, there's certain people that just are cheap, just straight out cheap. And they're like, well, we charge this. Okay, thank you very much. You know what? That's fine. I don't want those guys. Let the other guys go out there and clean them for dirt cheap. And if they ruin their panels, if they scratch the glass, if they do micro cracks, if they do damage the roof tiles, if they break them, they're probably not going to tell you. They probably won't, because they know it's getting money out of their pocket. So they'll come in there, they'll clean them up real quick. How are you to know as a customer if this guy did this, or this, or even if he hit the spot? We have customers that want us to clean panels from the ground because they don't want us getting up on the roof, and we won't do it.
We're really hard on them and explain to them, we have to get up on the roof. And I tell them flat out, if you don't want us to get on the roof, then we cannot go out there and clean your panels.
The question would be, do you want it done right? Well, I can't see 35 feet on the ground up on the roof if I'm hitting every single part of that panel. And if you leave a part of that panel dirty, then it affects the whole string of that particular um, of that solar. So if you don't know what a string is, there could be 4, 5, or 6 in a string panels that if you have 25% of one panel that is damaged, then it's going to affect the whole string. And so customers don't know what the hell you're talking about when you say that, or you turn around and you say, "Oh, there's micro cracks in there. There's what we call snail runs, where they look like snails, damaged panels." And I can't take a really good picture if I'm on the ground. So I got to get up on that roof just to go out there. And we always reassure them. We go, "Look, we're fully covered. You know, we got a couple $1 million, you know, coverage for anything happens. Don't worry. If I fall through your roof, guess what? You're covered and I'm covered." I go, "The only person that's going to be hurt is me falling through the roof. But other than that, you're covered." So, you know, we want to make sure that we let the customers know if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. And you can't do it right if you're sitting on the grass with a long pole cleaning that and not actually seeing what you're cleaning, because a lot of guys go out there and they'll do that. They'll do whatever the customer wants. And sometimes it's unreasonable, I guess, you know, pretty much. Because a customer wants the solar panels done correctly. Okay, that's the first thing. They want it done right. Well, you have to explain to them. In my experience, I've been climbing roofs for a long time, been doing this for many years. And look, I walk on Spanish tile. I know how to walk on that. If I break one, I'll replace it. No problem. I got contractors that I get out here and give them a call and say, "I need four tiles replaced," and they'll go out there and do it, no problem, without using my insurance company. So there's a lot of guys that don't have that. They don't have those leads, or they don't have those connections. And, you know, I hire guys that are very well experienced. And we have a guy that can literally take a whole roof apart and put that sucker back together along with the panels, and just look at the diagram and say, "Here you go." And he's real good. And if there's ever a problem, you know, well, we get him out there and you know, he fixes it and the customer's happy. So, but do you want to add anything else? Because I think we're going to be calling it. It's already 6:00 here. And I don't see, I don't know if the chat is actually working, because I have not seen anybody come through that
I see
chat.
people clicking the like, so we're on.
Yeah.
They see us, so.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for the interruption, guys. I mean, we were, I guess we had a bad connection. Oh, Jim Fletcher. Hello, Jim. Jim Fletcher, hello.
I think because people are busy working.
Well, that too. I mean, it's a Tuesday. We're always on Tuesdays.
And the light, it's still daylight.
Still daylight.
Longer, so.
Oh, okay.
I think people are.
Maybe we should come on later.
No, no.
Well, you're coming up with all these excuses. Why?
No. 5 o'clock is good.
5 o'clock is good. Okay. So, but with that being said, we hope that you got something out of this. Like I said, we're sorry for the interruption of the YouTube video. It was very poor in the beginning, and we had to disconnect.
I think it was just our internet.
Well, it was our internet. It had nothing to do with them. I mean, it was just us.
I think it was just that little time period.
Could have been. So, guys, we're going to be on next week. Don't forget to join us. Hopefully it's a better podcast than we had on this one today. But thank you, Jim. Thank you. Who else came in? Dang. Thank you for coming in. Don't forget to smash that like button up there. At least do that. And we're on every Tuesdays at 5 o'clock. And I hope that this podcast was good. kind of concerning me, but you know, I lose sleep over this stuff.
It's okay.
It's
You're
okay.
fine. It's all right. It's okay.
There you go.
It's okay.
What do you tell me? Breathe.
Yes. This guy needs to
Breathe.
lower the the tension and just breathe.
You know, I'm very passionate about what I do.
It has nothing to do with passion.
Sure
it's
it does.
just sometimes you gotta just relax. And
she's the calmer one of
it
the
is
two.
not the end of the world.
Yes, it is. The sky is falling.
It's not falling.
Yes, they even made a movie about that. The sky is falling. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate everybody here. And we're gonna go. So we will see you guys next week, and then we'll try to get on next week and try to get another live going. If we can get something going on between then, great. We might do that too. So, all right. Thank you guys for coming on. We appreciate everybody that came on today, and we will catch you guys on the next video. Don't forget to smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And that helps Susan out and myself out. And you got anything to say before we go?
No, just enjoy the rest of your night.
There you go. All right. See you guys. Have a good one. See ya. Peace.